The previous video covered energy usage and system design slides. In this video, we are going to cover net price per watt, adders, and the remaining two required presentation slides, financing, and bill overview. Let's go back to the financing slide in Aurora. We are currently in the Freedom Forever Lightspeed portal looking at our lead. Let's click on our lead, click on Edit Proposal. This opens the Aurora design software in a new tab. Let's go to the financing slide. On all of the slides, you can click on this dollar symbol icon to get to the adders and net price per watt settings. In the top left corner of this screen, you need to adjust the net price per watt. To do this, click the pencil icon. 4.5 is too high. Adjusting the net price per watt will adjust the system cost based on the panel selection and the number of panels you selected on the system design screen. Check with your manager on what this minimum value is per state. Your manager may tell you a target price to aim for. Net price per watt is the cost of the solar system without the cost of adders and dealer fees. The net price per watt is what you are paid commissions on. The Freedom payment model does not pay you for upgrades or any of the selected adders. Once you have set the net price per watt, click Save. The rest of the screen in the dollar symbol menu allows you to choose the adders that are needed on a project. When you select adders on the screen, the costs become customer facing and increase the final price of the system, but does not increase your commissions. In this demo, we are using the Freedom Forever 400 watt panels. This specific panel at the time of this recording requires you to also include an adder. This system cost is not included as part of the net price per watt. If you don't include the specific panel adder to pass the cost to the customer, it will lower your final net price per watt, and that will lower your commissions. Make sure you pay attention to all adders on the screen. If you miss adders on this page, such as the steep roof adder and the house has a steep roof, those adders will lower the net price per watt and reduce your commissions if you don't re-sign documents. If the roof looks steep, add that steep roof adder. Also, don't forget to turn on the small system adder if it is considered a small size, which is described in the adder sheet in the Sales Resource Center in the Freedom Lightspeed portal. If a homeowner wants to include a battery, they could add those costs by selecting this adder. If you choose a battery adder, you will want to turn on the battery storage slide. If you designed a system with more than 2 planes, you will need to turn on this adder to pass the cost onto the customer. Roofs on the same azimuth are considered different roof planes when they are greater than 10 feet apart. Make sure you reference and understand the adder sheet in the Resource Center found in the Freedom Forever Lightspeed portal. You will want to review and choose all the appropriate adders for your project. Some of the adders are flat rate adders and the rest are per watt adders. If the adders are not turned on, you will be eating those costs unless you re-sign docs. Also on this page are discounts. If you are doing discounts, consider doing those outside of the deal. If you do it here, you will include a dealer fee on that incentive. Next is incentives. The system automatically turns on incentives for the area it is in. You do not need to worry about this tab. Once you are done with adders and net price per watt, click on the Sales Mode button in the top left corner. This will calculate a new payment on the financing slide. We included a battery adder earlier, so we are going to go in and turn on the storage slide. Go to the drop-down menu, choose Edit, turn on the storage slide, click Done. Now let's go to the storage slide. Here is what the slide looks like and some of the options. Go back to the financing slide. On this slide, you can choose the loan product or cash payment. This is used when the customer is going to pay through their own financing or cash. If you want to review the loan products, go to the Freedom Forever Lightspeed portal and go to the Sales Resource Center. Going to the other tab, Sales Resource Center, Finance and Payments options, go to Mosaic, then choose the Mosaic rate card that has the most recent date. Make sure you review the Mosaic rate sheet in the Lightspeed Resource Center to understand the dealer fees associated with each financing product. Let's go back to Aurora. Click the drop-down menu to change the number of years and finance rate. On this screen, you can toggle off the Use Tax Credit option to show what their payments would be if they didn't use the tax credit to pay down the loan. This scenario happens often for people on fixed incomes. If you are using a financing option, you must click the Apply Now button to do a soft credit check. This does not affect their credit score. There are no current validations to make sure if you have chosen financing that you have run this soft credit check. Yes, you can do it at other points in time, but it gets tricky and will cause you more work. A demo of this soft credit check will be done in another video. Make sure the screen has time to load all the calculations. Then you have to click Next to save the changes. This last slide I'm going over is the bill overview page. This page helps show the customer the difference between pre-solar cost and the estimated cost after going solar. This usage details button shows an estimate of future production and consumption for each month. You can see that some months the home should consume more than what should be produced. Clicking Done. The Preview Bills button is another view that can demonstrate pre- and post-solar costs. My suggestion is to avoid these demos because simpler is better. Clicking Done. If you are not in front of the customer, you can use the drop-down menu and share the proposal with the customer. This will email a custom view of this presentation and will only show the customer the slides that are turned on so that they can review this proposal. Closing. If you have turned off the next step slide, then this will be the last slide of your presentation. I am going to turn on the next step slide so that we can see that slide and see the purchase system slide. Clicking Edit, go to the bottom, choose Next Steps, click Done. Now go to the next steps. The next step slide shows a basic overview indicating major milestones. Clicking Next. The purchase system slide that says congratulations only means that they are ready to move to the next step. Remember, this is a presentation slide and the software is assuming that you are presenting in the home. At this point, the customer has not purchased the system. A full credit check has not been run. If all the information is filled out correctly, at this point, then the customer would be ready to sign documents that you send out once you convert the proposal to an actual project using the Exit to CRM button. This page is just text and basically tells you that you are done with the presentation. Another thing to note is that you can see the Aurora proposal status in Lightspeed. Let's go to Lightspeed. Clicking on your lead and then checking status. This pulls all the current settings and price from Aurora. One thing on the screen that confuses people is that it says net PPW. This is really the final price or gross price of the project per watt. Your net PPW is what you set on the dollar symbol icon in the proposal. In the next video, we are going to show you how to convert a proposal to a contract so that you can send out documents to be signed.